And welcome inside American Fork High School for Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Dusty Lister with you. So glad to have you along with us. We got a fun one tonight. American Fork and Lone Peak. Both teams come in 4-3 in Region 4 play. Lone Peak took game one at Lone Peak at the Horn to get a 2-point win over American Fork, who was rolling right along through their year. The reigning 6A champions in the state of Utah. They are 14-7 on the year, 4-3 in region play. We're talking about Lone Peak, 13-6, coming off the grind-out win against Sky Ridge, where Chamberlain Burgess hit the go-ahead three to knock off the Falcons. It'll be Isaac Staley jumping it up against Blake Rawson. As we got a packed house here at American Fork, as we can only hope that the game lives up to the crowd size. This is going to be a terrific atmosphere. As we'll start first with the American Fork Cavemen. As we'll outside Ashton Wallace. Ashton back out to Dunn. That's Turley. Cuff goes back inside to Rawson. Rawson goes at Fotheringham. Two University of Utah brothers. Dunn from way outside. Big fella's short. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lone Peak basketball. As we're just 25 seconds in here. Thompson, Kramer, Cam Swiggett, Luke Fotheringham as Swiggett hits the three. For the finish, the starting lineup, Isaac Staley and Chamberlain Burgess who had the game winner on Tuesday night. As they go back inside to Dunn, jump hook over Burgess, no. Rebound to Kramer. On the push with the Knights. Burgess hands back to Swiggett. It was an interesting night for Lone Peak. Got up by as many as 21. Went down a couple of times to Sky Ridge after a terrific second half from Mason Hunter, but able to pull that win out. Is Luke Fotheringham up top with Rawson. Swiggett back up top to Staley. Isaac on the drive. The foul is going to be to Rawson. And I believe they'll be on the floor. And it will be along the baseline. Terrific officiating crew tonight. It feels like a state tournament. Luke Fotheringham sends back out Cam Swiggett. He's got the lone points tonight. Shot is short. Swiggett gets the rebound and a fresh, well, no, it did not hit the rim. Keep the clock. There it is. They reset it. Swiggett straight away for three, his second. And a 6-0 start for Lone Peak. Back down the floor with Wallace. Over a Cuff, drop it into Rawson. Rawson spin base, power it up, and is fouled by Fotheringham. So we'll sync the clock up. Again, that clock on your screen is unofficial. And it is now synced up. So to the free throw line, Blake Rawson. Talk about his brother. Started here multiple years under Coach Doug Meacham. It was he, Andrus, Spencer Johnson, Brendan Bailey, Braden Condi. Those teams that had a battle through the time, a crazy region. Ross's older brother went to SUU, then to the University of Utah. And Blake, even told many that he is good as any of them. And he goes 1 of 2 with the rebound to Cuff. Tiger up top to Wallace. Wallace tried to fit that through. He got it back off of the hands of Staley. And Ashton Wallace, a 3-year starter, well, 3-year contributor here for Coach Cuff. Gets that bucket as the foul on the baseline going to be charged to American Fork's Aaron Dunn. As Isaac Staley will trigger on the baseline. Is coming in for Coach Cuff is Keen Webb. along with Benji Lindbergh. Is that ball knocked away and then taken away by AF? On the push with Tiger Cuff. Try to fit that through and does to Wallace. We're going to get a foul to Swiggett. We have 5 members from our fall coverage of the Utah Top 50 out there. And Wallace. Oh, nice pass inside, and it's a finish on the pick and roll with Keen Webb. But it was Wallace, Swiggett, Staley, and Burgess in the top 50. As Staley steps back for 3 and hits. 3 buckets, 3 threes for Lone Peak. 2 for Swiggett, now 1 for the sophomore, Isaac Staley. Good to have him back consistently. He's been sick since the break. As Wallace on the take, left hand, no. Dean comes over for the board. We're gonna have a loose ball foul charged to Dean. That is the 3rd team foul on American Fork. Inside of 5 minutes left in the opening quarter. As Swiggett took a lot of contact up top, gonna get the whistle. Called on the floor. It'll be the 4th team foul on American Fork. I'm not sure what Coach Ross is wanting there. Ryan Cuff tried to tell on Rob. Maybe he's trying to help him out. I thought he was trying to get Mr. Official. Hey, look how far out on the floor he is. And a 5-second call. Nicely done by American Fork. Get the 5-second call on the inbound. So 4:48 on a rolling clock in the opening quarter. Lindbergh goes back to Cuff. Tiger dropped that ball inside the Dean. And Staley with the block on the push of Fotheringham. Fotheringham with Wallace back, Euro, and lays it in. The first non-3 for Lone Peak. At a 6-point advantage for the Knights. In a packed house, if you're just joining us here, American Fork, as Ashton Wallace back rings the triple. Swiggett with the board on the run with Fotheringham. Fotheringham goes at Cuff, got around him, and it's 4 points for Luke. He is your Fotheringham, as the PA man at Lone Peak says. Inside of 4 minutes left in the opening quarter. Lindbergh. Now to Wallace. Ashton near side to Turley. Comes off the screen, a Webb. 3 on the way, short from Turley. Rebound to Swiggett. On the run with Fotheringham. Luke leaves it for a trailing Staley. A 3 looked good when it left his hand. Missing, dodging a bullet there is American Fork. Ashton Wallace sends that ball in the corner to Turley. Now Webb. Up top with Cuff. Tiger back to Webb. Webb clears out with his elbows and gets the bucket. Nicely done, able to create some space to get that shot off as they send out to Burgess for 3. Lips out, rebound, taken by Cuff. Quick on the run, Lindbergh. Swiggett back, and 1! Benji Lindbergh, the sophomore, able to finish through the contact, and he can make it a 3-point game. So Webb and Turley will come off the floor as Rawson and Holden Hucks come on for Coach Cuff. One thing we know about Ryan Cuff, he's going to play a plethora of players. So Lindbergh at the line to complete the 3-point play. And it lips out. Burgess with the rebound. Thompson Kramer. Dribble to Staley. Isaac drives out Wallace, got around him. And Isaac Staley with a terrific take and finish. And an 8-point advantage. Probably 6-point advantage for Lone Peak. A little Carbon County math there for a second. Lindbergh to Cuff, wide open for three. Tiger Cuff with the three. One thing we knew he could do as a sophomore last year was come off the bench and shoot the long ball. Can leave him that open, he's gonna hit it. And now gets the steal on defense. Good hands by Cuff. Tiger give it up near side to Hucks. Hucks up top to Wallace. Lindbergh into the corner, Hucks drop it inside to Rawson. Staley comes over and gets the block. Fotheringham at Hucks. And a charge. Remember, on a charge, it's not about being set. Is that, do you have the defensive position? That's arguable. Absolutely arguable. And the reason that people talk about the move and everything else is, did that defender own that piece of the floor before he got there? Completely arguable on that one. It's gotten out of arguing with officials, but we'll pick our spots. Much like Rocky going from right hand or from right hand back to left hand against Apollo Creed and Rocky 2. Dunn sends out to Hucks for three. Won't go, and Jorge Suarez, who checked in during my block charge rant, gets the rebound. Kramer fouled on the take, and this is going to go to Tiger Cuff. That'll be the 5th team foul on American Fork. Rawson and Turley come back on. As we hit 1 minute left in the first quarter. And the take and make by Isaac Staley. Quickly down the floor, Rawson, and he and Suarez get tied up. And the foul to Suarez. Is everything set? The clock will get resynced at 43 seconds. As they go inside to Dunn, cut off, goes to Rawson. Rawson fouled, count the bucket. The foul goes to Isaac Staley, and it's going to put Rawson at the line to make it a 3-point game, with a chance to make it a 2-point game. And he rolls it home. So 17-15 with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Well, this game can stay like this. We've got quite the atmosphere tonight. About a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Remember, there is a 35-second shot clock in Utah high school basketball. And take it all the way down to 0 if they want to. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Staley sends out to Burgess. 2. Burgess at the horn. And we got a foul on the 3. Gonna put Chamberlain Burgess at the line for 3 free throws. As the foul is charged to Keen Webb, his second, team's 6th. We will be shooting free throws on both ends the entire second quarter. And Burgess knocks down the first. Chamberlain, just a sophomore, was a contributor, especially the second half of the year. He and Isaac Staley both. And terrific experience that led him into this year. As he misses the second, adds one more. As Tiger Cuff comes on for Webb. And this is the third and final free throw. Is this entire 3 free throws, Ryan Cuff. He still wants explanations. And Burgess goes 1 of 3 from the free throw line. As this heave at the horn will count if it goes, and it's wide. And that'll do for the first quarter. At the end of 1, it is Lone Peak 18, American Fork 15. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Welcome back into American Fork High School. Start of the second quarter. Dusty Lister with you. And again, want to thank Utah Jazz Camps for joining us as a sponsor of KSL Sports Rewind. Remember that new Jazz Camps and clinics are available now. There are options at the state-of-the-art Shoot 360 facility and at local gymnasiums throughout Utah and Idaho for your child to level up their shooting, passing, and ball handling skills. Plus, each camper receives a Utah Jazz swag bag. Register today at utahjazzcamps.com. Thompson Kramer can't get that one to go, and the rebound taken by Tiger Cuff. Rawson sends that back out to Dunn. Short on the 3, the rebound taken by Anberry. We're going to have a foul first. That's a loose ball foul. We're going to be shooting free throws on this end of the floor. As that foul will go to Tiger Cuff. It'll be team foul number 7. Without possession, it's a loose ball foul, and it'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Anberry. How about this for Tyler Anberry? Here's the positions listed officially on the roster. Shooting guard, power forward, and center. He's not a small forward. And he misses the front end, but Jorge Suarez with the rebound. Send back up top to Kramer. Kramer to Burgess. Now to Burton. Remember, Burton had a quick little spurt at the end of the first half on Tuesday night. He had 8 critical points in that ball game. Sent out to Burgess. And the mid-range Jay crawls off. Anberry keeps it alive. Burton, second chance. 3 won't go. The rebound taken by American Fork on the push with Turley. Now Ashton Wallace. Wallace on the drive, sends out to Rawson. Oh, Rawson airmailed that one. Turnover, and the ball will go back to Lone Peak. Been an extended rest here for Luke Fotheringham. Still have yet to see Jackson Taylor tonight with Lone Peak. Maybe sophomore, the 3 threes in the first half on Tuesday. But without Jackson Best, hopefully he's able to come back for the state tournament, as Kramer thought he'd get a call and did not. On the push now with Turley. Turley over to Wallace. Lindell up top to Dunn. Go inside to Rawson, 15 on the shot clock. Skip to Lindell. Wallace with Staley. The all-shoe matchup as Wallace got that one to go. That was an impressive make there from Ashton Wallace. And it's a one-point ball game. Burton down the lane is fouled. It'll be free throws for Burton. Fives are wild here. 5:55 left in the half. I don't know if Ryan Cuffs received an explanation that he's appreciated tonight. Ryan Cuff was an All-American at Richfield High School after battling with Sean Bradley for so many years. Burton knocks down the front end of 101. Went to BYU out of high school, then transferred to Arizona State, and then finished his career at Weber State. Won a state championship as a head coach at Lone Peak. The second head coach in Lone Peak history. As got a loose ball foul here. Or was that a lane violation? It is a lane violation. But Ryan Cuff, which kind of told the fortunes, he replaced an Ingersoll at Lone Peak. Of course, an American Fork staple and also Lehigh. But won a state championship. And then went to Dixie, won a state championship, and then won a state championship here at American Fork. First coach in Utah High School basketball history to win state championships at 3 different schools. As Wallace sends this ball over to Turley. Straight away, Wallace jabs and drives at Staley. Can't get it that time. Rawson couldn't get the rebound. Loose ball. Jump ball. Possession will stay here with AF. Here's the deal. Isaac Staley and Wallace had dual possession. Just because Wallace is able to pull that ball down does not make it a foul on Isaac Staley. I get the optics, but it's not a foul. As Dunn drives, can't get it. Rawson flies in for the board. Fresh shot clock here for the Cavemen. Turley now to Rawson. With Dunn, good hands by Burton. Loose ball taken by Staley. Isaac on the run. Down the lane at Dunn, couldn't get it. Suarez gonna pick up the loose ball foul on the rebound, and we're gonna walk 98 feet the other way for 1-on-1 free throws. That'll be team foul number 7 on Lone Peak. And is going to put the Cavemen at the line. So Hucks will come on for American Fork as Turley will come off the floor. Round 6A, game of note. Copper Hills leading Riverton by 5. If it's a Copper Hills basketball game, it means it's going to be close. As Dunn knocks down the first, and remind you to look out for our new video coming out this weekend. As myself and Dane Stewart go through the boys basketball scene in the state of Utah. And next week, we'll have the bracket reveal show as Dunn goes 1 of 2. And it's still a 2-point game. As we go inside of 5 minutes left in the half. Burton, drive base. Got a defender on his hip and got the bucket. I think everybody expected a whistle, didn't get one. As Wallace goes to Dunn. Lindell freed up. Huxell on the baseline, reverse it, no. Rebound into Burton. Here's Staley, got numbers. Isaac around Rawson and 1. What a take and make by the sophomore, Isaac Staley. What a play from Isaac. First of all, avoids the foul, creates a foul, and gets the bucket. That's a lot of stuff in about a 0.3 second section of time. Yeah, time travel's real, right? It all just expanded right there. I'm sure Ant-Man's going to teach us all about quantum physics here really soon. As if the first two and Avengers Endgame didn't teach us enough. As Wallace with the jumper, Ashton Wallace. Man, time goes by fast. Vernon Wallace was a sophomore. One of the first games he got to play in. Coach Cup told me, got an outstanding sophomore going to play tonight. And I think he's a senior. And now a loose ball foul here on Chamberlain Burgess. Going to walk the other end, and Dunn goes back to the line for one-on-one free throws. The time just flies by when we cover in high school sports. It's done. Sharp off the front end on the one-on-one. Here comes Fotheringham. Luke sends it back out to Swiggett. Remember, Swiggett opened the game with 2 threes. As Staley comes off the screen to Fotheringham. Isaac sends back out to Burgess. And Chamberlain Burgess with the charge. Number 2 on Burgess. That's going to bring Kramer off the bench. So both teams now with 19 fouls. It'll be double bonus. The remaining 3.5. Is Ashton Wallace. Drives at Staley. Send to the corner. Lindell. Off on the 3. Wallace loses that rebound to Staley. Isaac. Around Lindell and missed it. Nice job. Lindell holds his ground there. Staley avoids the charge and misses the shot. Ashton Wallace misses a transition triple. Lindell back to Wallace. And Turley will reset. Come back near side to Hucks. Off the screen of Dunn. Wallace into the corner. Turley. For 3! And it's a 2-point ball game. Thompson Kramer misses on the answer, and the rebound to Dunn. And a chance to tie or take the lead for the Cavemen, as they have yet to lead in this ball game. Wallace drives at Staley, got inside, left hand, no, and a rebound to Burton. Ahead to Fotheringham. Turley back, Fotheringham got around him, and now a foul after the release there. You thought you'd have the block charge on Hucks. The foul's going to be charged to Dunn, and that's going to put Luke Fotheringham at the line. And Region 4 update, all Corner Canyon at Sky Ridge. As Fotheringham rolls in the first. Fotheringham lips out the second, and the rebound to AF. As Ashton Wallace will give it up to Turley. Turley hands off the Hucks. Now Lindell off the weave. Hucks on the baseline, just able to keep his pivot. Wallace, nice spin, left hand, and curls it home. How about the take and make from Ashton Wallace? Back the other end, Swiggett hangs, no, and rebound to Rawson. Again, a chance for AF to take their first lead of the night. Wallace over to Hucks. And it's taken away by Fotheringham. Luke gets around Hucks. Luke sends out Staley. Isaac hangs. No call on the contact against the bucket. We'll sync it up at 1:15. But nothing, no block charge on that take from Isaac Staley. So Staley will come off the floor. And a three-point lead for Lone Peak. Turley to Lindell. Back to Turley. Inside, floated up and score it. First points unofficially for Turley. Back to a one-point game. Amberry. Comes off the screen of Fotheringham. Luke got it back. Drives at Rossum. Spin in the lane. Float it up and score it. Luke Fotheringham. First points since midway through the first. And back to a three-point Lone Peak advantage. Shot clock, game clock about half a second different. There we go inside of 10 seconds left in the half. Wallace comes off the screen of Rawson. Wallace off on the three, the rebound. No, we got a foul first on American Fork and a loose ball foul. We're shooting 2 free throws on the other end. I don't know. I'm not sure how you have rebounding position inside a defender, how that becomes a loose ball foul. Got some friends that are officials. They can let me know. But Amberry comes back on the other end for 2 and knocks down the first. You know what's interesting is a lot of times we'll go back and watch those and you'll see the offhand pushing away or something like that, but still interesting situation nonetheless. Amberry back rims his second. The rebound to Rawson at the horn. And that'll do it for the first half. We got a good one. Lone Peak leads American Fork 31-27. You're watching Lone Peak boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. And welcome back to American Fork High School, the start of the second half. Dusty Litster with you as the first half. The 4-point lead for Lone Peak, 31-27. As always, the Rewind Sports Network presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Again, it's Heidemann and Associates. Get a free consultation so let them know that Rewind sent you. There's nobody I trust more in the long game than Justin Heidemann. Can't swing it. Starts the third quarter like he started the first. And that is with the 3. And it's a 7-point lead for Lone Peak. Come back the other way for American Fork. Was a slow start, but the Cavemen started to find their groove toward the end of the half. Just couldn't quite get over the top to tie or take the lead in the first half, as that shot won't go. Staley with the board and run out. Isaac down the lane. Somehow cut that ball back up and in. He was starting to lose it on the gather. Isaac Staley, he's put his athleticism on display on the hardwood after getting healthy. Tiger Cuff. Oh, misses on the reverse. Swig it quickly ahead to Kramer. Isaac Staley come off the screen. Fotheringham pulls for 3. On-line back rim. Rebound to Wallace. There's Ashton. Send to the corner to Turley. Drop it into Rawson. Rawson bumping in. Finds a cutting. Wallace +1. The foul will be to Isaac Staley. It'll be an and one opportunity for Ashton Wallace I think it's number 2. It is number 2 on Isaac Staley. The first team foul of the second half as Ashton Wallace will go to the line. And a quick 30-second timeout. And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching. 6:34 left in the third. The atmosphere has been outstanding tonight here at American Fork. There's Ashton Wallace at the line looking for the three-point play after drawing the second foul on Isaac Staley as he does hit the free throw. And it's 36-30. High post to Fotheringham. Luke goes at Rawson, send to the corner. Staley couldn't get it up. Swiggett goes into Chamberlain Burgess, but he moved. Here comes Rawson. Rawson out the cuff. Cross court, Turley. Pump the three. Drive. Foul. Got a charge. Wave the bucket. A little skirmish, and Cam Swiggett trying to calm down Chamberlain Burgess. The officials getting it all under control. Swiggett comes over to try to calm things down, and Chamberlain Burgess trying to tell all of his teammates, like, hey, I'm okay, but he's going to come out of the game too. So, Preston had the clock rolling. He's going to get that right. There's Swiggett. Sends that ball inside Suarez, and Suarez saw Chamberlain Burgess standing there and throws it to him. Burgess out of the ball game, and that's a turnover. That's got to be quite the optical illusion. You get that ball inside, and you just see the jersey standing there right in your peripheral vision. So he grabbed that and threw it right to the corner. There's Cuff. Sends it to Lindell. Drop it inside to Rawson. Rawson. Back up top. Liddell opened up as Fotheringham went out. The Tiger Cuff drops that back to Rawson. 10 on the shot clock. Wallace moving without the basketball. Was trying to score before he caught it. And turns it over. A missed opportunity there for Wallace and the Cavemen as Wallace hears it from the Lone Peak student section back down the floor. Kramer sends over to Staley. Isaac back up to Kramer. Fotheringham back out. Isaac Staley for three. Short rebound. Taken by Wallace and a foul to Staley. It'll be number 3 on Isaac. It'll be the second, or probably the third team foul on the Knights. And Coach Ross going to leave him in. I think the right choice. But he's got to be smart on the drive. As Wallace will trigger in as we dip under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Cuff to Wallace. And Wallace with the finish. Staley had to give ground as Ashton Wallace went right at him after he picked up his third personal. And it's a 4-point game. Fotheringham sends out to Staley. Back to Fotheringham. Luke gets it out to Swiggett. Cam chased out by Lindell. Burgess, the 2, crawls off. And the rebound in the hands of American Fork. And here comes Tiger Cuff. Chance to get within 1 or 2. Turley back up to Lindell. Back in the corner. Here's Ashton Wallace. Apologize, I'm just saying Lindell. Lindbergh. As Turley drives at Kramer, blocked by Burgess. Lost the handle and out of bounds. Turley was out of bounds when he touched the ball. And the ball will go back to the Knights. Cam Swiggett hangs, no. Burgess with the board. Back up, and it crawls in. Nothing coming easy to Chamberlain Burgess as that ball just did not want to stick, but he got it to go. Thought maybe get the foul there with Lindbergh. Wallace, step back three. Let the student section tell you, Ashton Wallace with his first triple of the night. And it's a 3-point ball game as we're inside of 3.5 left in the third. Fotheringham on the drive at Hucks, hangs and hits. Wallace. Lindbergh to Tiger Cuff. Cuff sends back out Hucks. Drive the baseline, hangs and left that back for Rawson. But turned over. Swiggett ahead to Fotheringham. Staley off on the three and the rebound to Rawson. And Burgess picks up a foul. And young sophomore, at times he gives up those fouls. That's number 3 on Chamberlain Burgess. And I go back to the game last week at PG when I talked to Coach Ross. He's like, we can't give up silly fouls and easy ones. He's like, a lot of times we get fouls is deep in the backcourt. You can't get any deeper than that foul there. And a tough one for Chamberlain Burgess to give up. He mentions his third. It's the team's third. So they sync up at 2:44 left in the quarter. Wallace goes inside to Rawson. Rawson at Fotheringham, gives him a nice move, but sends back out. Dunn to Cuff. Tiger back to Dunn. And the foul, number 4 to Chamberlain Burgess, going to put Aaron Dunn at the line for 2 free throws. That'll bring Jorge Suarez off the bench. And I think it was Suarez that had the game winner, right, in game 1? It was. Confirm that with the research department, Vince Francis. So at the line is Dunn as he misses the first. That'll bring Suarez on for Burgess. Free throwing can be key here in the second half, obviously. And Dunn goes 1 of 2. Four-point lead for Lone Peak as Swiggett comes off the screen. And Barry back to Swiggett. 9 points for Cam. And Barry now Fotheringham. 15 on the shot clock. Fotheringham, flat-footed 3. And the rebound to Dunn. 1 and done on that possession. The back the other way. Cuff quickly back inside to Rawson. Fotheringham tipped it. Chased down by Burton. Swiggett in transition. Swiggett back out to Fotheringham. Fotheringham at Dunn. Pirouette to the rim and finishes. Love, love, love the game of Luke Fotheringham. Wallace is going to come off the bench. The next dead ball. Lindbergh, and we're going to have a foul on Burton. That'll be team foul number 5 on Lone Peak. Got 1 to give. Remember, we were in the bonus the entire second quarter. Both teams were. And we're certainly going to have that, most likely have that in the fourth. But reset things. Possession error belongs to American Fork. 5 team fouls on Lone Peak. 1 on American Fork. Cuff goes inside to Rawson. Dunn into the corner. Turley back out to Cuff. Tiger off the screen. Back to Dunn. Sent back out. 3 on the way. No. Tipped out and taken by Anbury. Swiggett down the lane at Dunn, and he gets the bucket. What a take and make by Cam Swiggett. .40 seconds left in the quarter. Rawson sends back out to Cuff. Pump the 3. Back into Rawson. Couldn't get to it. turnover. We'll go back down the floor with Lone Peak. Hucks comes on for Cuff. And Webb comes back on for Rawson as Staley and Kramer come on for Suarez and Anberry. Inside of 30 seconds left in the third. And timeout Knights. Let's see that one. 21 seconds left. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak Boys basketball. Well, back in the American Fork. So swing it up top. Shot clock turned off as we hit 10 seconds left. Off the screen of Fotheringham. Sent back up top to Luke. Luke on the drive. Blocked away by Webb. And that will do it for the third quarter. Wow. Would have been bad if that would have gone in because it wouldn't have counted. But at the end of 3, it is Lone Peak 44, American Fork 36. You're watching Lone Peak Boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty, let's do with you from American Fork. As Lone Peak opens the fourth quarter with an 8-point advantage on their rivals, American Fork. Again, this was a close game in game 1. Going to be another close one there tonight. We'll start the fourth quarter with the Cavemen as Dunn sends that ball cross court to Turley. Fotheringham right there with him. Turley goes base, sends out to Dunn. Back to Rawson. Finds a cutting Ashton Wallace, a little too sharp. Rawson with the board. Rawson back up and in. Wisely done there by Rawson as Staley was there for the closeout, but he has got 4 or probably 3 personal fouls as Staley misses on the other end. So a bucket on one end, and now a defensive stop on the other. And an opportunity for the Cavemen to potentially make it a 3-point game with a triple. Wallace over to Cuff. Ashton drives at Staley, got him off his feet and scores. 4-point ball game as the senior Ashton Wallace getting it going. As Isaac Staley sends up top to Swiggett. Comes off the screen to Fotheringham, back to Luke. Luke will pull it from the free throw line, and Luke Fotheringham with a rare non-driving bucket tonight. Almost all of his baskets have been crafty takes and makes. Remember, they start the fourth quarter with Lone Peak with 5 team fouls, AF with 1. They send out to Cuff. Tiger over to Dunn, drop into Rawson. Rawson over the top of Fotheringham and gets the bucket. Back to a 4-point game. Oh, and the reach-in foul on Cuff will be the second team foul. Third personal foul. And the second team foul as Chamberlain Burgess comes back on for Burton. Swiggett to Kramer. Comes off the screen of Fotheringham. Back out to Swiggett. Cam back out. Luke for 3. 5 points in the fourth quarter for Luke Fotheringham. And it's a 7-point Lone Peak lead. Tiger Cuff comes off the screen of Dunn. Leaves it for Rawson. Rawson into Swiggett. No call on the contact, and Rawson lays it in. And now a foul at midcourt. And Coach Cuff immediately looks at Turley and says, why? Like, why? Giving that up. 3rd team foul, number 3 on Turley. AF goes deep into their bench, but you want to play your best guys into games, and when they're in foul trouble, it limits the options. But with Coach Cuff and all the guys he plays, guys are in rhythm, is Swigging to set things up with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Comes off the screen from Burgess. Chamberlain. Flat-footed 3, back rim to the rebound to Wallace. Back the other way, Turley to Cuff. Now Wallace gonna drive at Staley. Wise move, and 1! And the 4th personal foul on Isaac Staley. The 6th point of the 4th quarter for Ashton Wallace. And a heady take and bake. It'll put Wallace at the line. Coach Ross saying, look, he's going straight up. But remember, if he goes any movement at all, you lose going vertical. It's a tough one. But also Wallace realizing that Staley's with him, goes right at him. And Isaac has 1 foul to give before he's fouled out as Wallace makes the free throw, and it's a 2-point game. 4:49 left in the 4th quarter at a 2-point game. Staley going to stay on the floor with 4 personal fouls. As Kramer comes off the screen from Burgess, sends back out to Swiggett. Staley lobs into Burgess. Chamberlain puts it on the deck, goes back up, throws it out, and turns it over. Lindbergh there for the steal. Come back the other way. Wallace with Kramer. Off the screen, sends back out to Cuff. Cuff with Swiggett, sends over to Lindbergh. Now Wallace. On the take, Wallace blocked away! Chamberlain, Burgess with the swat. Swiggett down the lane. Jackknife it up, no, and the rebound to Rawson. The chance to tie or take the lead with the 3. Turley over to Cuff. Thought he was going to pull on that. Cuff down the lane. Hangs. Burgess somehow doesn't get the foul. Goes back. Rawson, no. And now the loose ball is going to go off of Rawson. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. Here's the deal. You better they call it out of bounds off of Rawson than the foul on the swing from Rawson. As we come back the other way. Kramer sends back out to Swiggett. Cam wave off everything. It was a timeout first. It's like it's a football game. We'll be right back. Of course, that was a classic here too. We'll be back. 3:07 left. You're watching Lone Peak Boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back in. Dusty Litster with you. 3:07 left in the 4th quarter. There's Fotheringham. He sent back, sends it out to Swiggett. 6 on the shot clock, down to 5. Finds Burgess underneath the hoop, and he scores. 4-point advantage for Lone Peak. Goes into Wallace. Ashton with Kramer. Drives at him. Burgess comes on the closeout. No. Rebound, Lindbergh. Back to Wallace. Sends out Lindbergh from the corner. Building would have come down had that gone down. Big possession here for Lone Peak. So hey, we're going to take our time. Remember, 35-second shot clock, down to 25. Staley drives at Lindbergh, around him. Call off the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul. The foul to Benji Lindbergh. Number 3 on Benji. Kramer gets that into Fotheringham. Fresh shot clock down to 30 seconds. Coach Ross said, hey, just hold on. Now over to Isaac Staley. Again, Isaac got to be smart. They're going to try to spread things out and let Isaac Staley work, but he's got to be smart with the 4 personal fouls on his drive. We go 10 seconds on the shot clock. Isaac down the lane, left hand, and got it. They tried to bait the 4th, or probably the 5th personal foul. Nothing there. Staley gets to the rim and finishes. Timeout on the floor. 1:40 left in the ball game. Lone Peak leads by 6. We'll be right back. And we'll come back in. 1:40 left in the ball game and a 6-point lead for Lone Peak. Tiger cuff. Drop it inside to Rawson. Back out to Tiger. Now Wallace. Wallace back out. Lindbergh. 3 won't go. Tracked down by Swiggett. And Lone Peak with a chance to really stranglehold this ball game. Swiggett leaves it for Staley over to Fotheringham. Coach Ross said, hey, just calm down. Double team comes. Ball was loose for a moment. Back to Staley. He lost the handle. Turley to the deck. Staley to the deck. And now a timeout granted to Lone Peak. Whew. AF getting their hand on the ball, just couldn't get it back. Full timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball. And welcome back. Again, a 6-point lead for Lone Peak. They got the ball back. 104 on the clock, so we'll sync it up at 102. Kramer gets it into Fotheringham. Luke. Back to Swiggett. Inside of a minute left, Fotheringham. Again, they take their time. Luke drive the baseline, send out Isaac Staley. 3 won't go, rebound to Rawson. A chance to get, they got to hit a 3. Not only got to chase points, but got to be smart. Turley down the lane, and 1! What a take and make by Turley with 41.4 seconds left. Turley at the line to make it a 3-point game. The foul to Burgess is number 5. Not much of an argument on that one. Burgess came over, got into him, and that's a foul as Turley made that happen. Burton will come off the bench with 41 seconds left. Back rims the free throw, rebound to Swiggett. And now a foul to Lindbergh. It's actually better for AF. The alternating possession would go to Lone Peak either way. Maybe you get the switch at that point, but that's the 15th foul. They have 1 to give. Just got that into Swiggett. Back to Burton. Trapped there. Burton hits a deck, and it's turned over. Wallace. Short on the 3. Turley hanging. No. And a rebound to Staley. Opportunity after opportunity there for AF. They could not get him to drop. And the foul to Rawson, number 2 on Rawson. 16th foul being the bonus for the final 24 seconds. Oh man, it's intense inside of here. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. 24 seconds left. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. Possession arrow belongs to the Knights. They'll be shooting free throws on the next foul. Lone Peak has no timeouts left. American Fork has 3. So math's still in favor of a chance for American Fork. This game not over. Remember, the clock will not stop on made baskets. Into Fotheringham, Luke. And the foul given up by Rawson. So 1-on-1 free throws on the other end here for Luke Fotheringham. Lone Peak can stay out of the key, so the front end for Luke. Rolls in the first, clutch. Get the score right, 54-49. Apologize. So the game's still open, 54-49, 55-49, back to a 6-point game. As Wallace lost the handle, and the ball goes back to Lone Peak. Jorge Suarez took one in the, right in the schnoz there on the pitch. No, that Jackson Best got a hit there. So now the foul being given, going to put Staley at the line. With 17 seconds left. And Staley misses the front end. Opportunity still here for AF. Tiger Cuff for 3! Left the door open at the line, and Tiger Cuff kicks it wide open. 10.5 seconds left and a 3-point game. (55-52). Oh man, we talked about the first matchup was a buzzer beater to Jorge Suarez. Here in the second one, AF has been hanging around, won't go away. Lone Peak leaving the door open at the line. And Cuff with a clutch 3. So situation, we got 11.3 left. We'll get the clock resynced here. Possession arrow belongs to Lone Peak. 18 fouls on American Fork, so the 1-on-1 still in play here for the final 11 seconds. 2 timeouts for American Fork, no timeouts left for Lone Peak. So for Coach Cuff, it is go for the steal, give the foul. You're hoping to force that ball to somebody at the line. They'll leave the front door open, and then it's come down, make it threes. And what's big about the 2 timeouts, remember, the clock will not stop on a made bucket. So if it was a 4-point game, AF goes down, hits a 3, they would not be able to stop it. But with the 2 timeouts, they can. So plenty of opportunities potentially here for American Fork. For Lone Peak, gotta hit free throws here in the final 11 seconds. Got it into Burton, and now the foul is gonna put Burton at the line. Foul to Tiger Cuff. And Burton has yet to shoot a free throw tonight. So, big spot here for the senior Jason Burton. We got some moisture on the floor. The officials want to get cleared up. So that's the reason for the delay. And now the timeout. So timeout, Cavemen. We'll take it with them. 10 seconds left here as Burton goes to the line for the front end of 1-on-1. Again, even with the made free throw, it's still open for American Fork with one timeout left as Burton knocks down the front end. So Lone Peak not out of the woods yet. And the second rolls off. Here comes American Fork, got one timeout left. Turley leaves it for Rawson. Short on the three, and that'll do it. There'll be 10.8 seconds to go with Cam Swiggett going the line. And Lone Peak looking to sweep their rival American Fork. Talk about for Lone Peak, they opened up region play, 3-0, lost 3 straight, now go 2-0 this week. As Swiggett, really just semantics here, as Lindbergh fouls out. As Swiggett hits the front end. Cam Swiggett opened the game up with 2 threes, had a 3 in the third quarter as well. Remember, at the end of the half, AF was getting some momentum. He opens up the third with an angled 3. And goes 1 or 2, doesn't matter. That will do it. Lone Peak goes 2-0 against American Fork. Big, big win for the Lone Peak Knights. Final score, Lone Peak 57, American Fork 52. Your Heidemann and Associates players of the game. We're going to go with Fotheringham and Isaac Staley for Lone Peak. And really for AF, we'll go with Ashton Wallace. That was outstanding. Terrific second half for Ashton Wallace, but a big, big 2-0 record for Lone Peak over AF. Again, our final score, Lone Peak 57, American Fork 52. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.